traders, Joseph here from Eightcap. Welcome to this week's outlook. So starting with the US dollar, we can see that it continued to be an influence this week after better than expected payroll data last week. It did set off a bit of a reaction on Friday's session. We can see how strong that move higher was, up above 102.90. That move was short-lived though, and we saw a pullback, and this did affect risk currencies as well. So risk currencies had some pretty major cascading lows we saw into the end of Friday's session, but we did see pretty good pullbacks as buyers came back into the market as the dollar ended the week on the retreat. And we can see the euro here, majority of the currencies all showed a similar pattern. The pound probably had the more stable session out of the three majors, and just looking at the dollar CAD as well, had a very choppy session as well just after that payroll figure came out. So the payrolls came in higher than expected, unemployment was better than expected, and the average hourly earnings came in better than expected as well. So it was a pretty much of a trifecta to the upside. And that still does continue then to put in a bit of worry about has the Fed's policy, has it been thought to have finished a little bit too soon, or will we see it continue to remain restrictive for longer now that we are seeing better than expected data coming in? So I think that was a bit of a worry, but there was a bit of a counter reaction as well towards the end of the session with the dollar being sold. Stock indices so far this morning, futures are slightly higher to flat, and we can see that the US 30 here. Continue to see if we can see more buying start to build now after that pullback. So buyers were not comfortable at all with price testing that far low on Friday, and then we did see a really nice pullback here. So we'll see if two things will happen today: if we do see a retest of the low from sellers, or if we do see that turn into support, and then we see a price maintained above 37,405, and if we do see further buying to come and test 37,614 this week. Over on some of the other indexes, so the NDX 100 is performing the best at the moment, but on Friday it also tested lower, hitting down, getting very close, setting new yearly lows. Not that that means too much being so soon into the new year, but it did set a pretty nice higher low here, and we'll continue to see if that low can be respected by buyers. That will turn into something a little bit more bullish. At the moment, we want to see price hold above 16,255, and with the SPX 500, I'll just update it. Similar pattern, we won't go over it again. What we want to see is if buyers can hold above 4685, and if we will see a new test back up to 4721. So other markets this morning, cryptocurrencies are trading lower. So we did see a little bit of pushing on the weekend, but yeah, sellers have returned to the market. Now, if you are following the crypto markets, this has all started with a bit of a worry last week where the SEC was believed to is going to step in and try and delay the Bitcoin ETF being approved. Now that has turned into a bit of a correction, and we can see that coins are still trading lower, and we see sellers are still in control. So Bitcoin does continue to be the best looking out of them. It hasn't really corrected too hard at the moment. If you compare that with Ethereum, it's the low we're talking about here. That was last week, and yeah, we can see that sellers continue to just pepper some of these support points and demand points. So if we do see a break back below into the below 2200 on Ethereum, that would be a little bit of a worry, but then we'd like to see if it can find support will continue to step in at 2170. But we can see some of the other coins like ADA, for instance. The correction really is in well entrenched, and we look down some of the other market leaders that we will remember into December and early January this year, Sol and Ava. We can see that selling is continuing, and it's still pretty strong. So we'll continue to see if this is just a short-term pullback and correction in crypto, or if we're going to see buyers come back into the market, and then if we do see a new point of support develop, and if we do see some swing lows, and then we'll see if we do get some buying to continue these trends that we have been seeing since last year. Gold was another market that had very choppy end to the session. Do see we want to see if 2040 really remain in play for buyers, and then yeah, it looks like there's plenty of confusion and a little bit of unease above 2052. So it looks pretty flat at the moment for gold, and we'll just watch that to see if buyers or sellers who really can get some direction going this week. Then we'll come down to the US dollar and where it can lead this week, and if we will see a resumption of the uptrend, or if we do see another pullback. But at the moment it does look pretty square, and we'll just need to see who can gain the upper hand throughout the week. So looking at the yen, we did do a bit of a report on the yen on Friday, so we do like the yen still to the upside. We were really wondering if we can see a break above this resistance. So the Aussie really does need to break above 97.26, and the euro had a test above resistance, but we'd like to see another move above those levels just to show the buyers are in control. Resistance remains at 158.55, 53, and for the pound, similar story. It is testing it in the morning, but we can see that resistance there. It's at 184.24, and for the dollar to the yen, and we'll just update it. So we can see that nice move above on Friday, but yeah, there is still resistance remaining at 144.90, and would like to see if it can hold this. Then we'll see the next pullback really to see if we're going to get a new uptrend in place. So moving average starting to turn up, and there's a few things happening, but we just need to see that higher low after the pullback. So there's some of the things we are watching this week. Stock indices and crypto, and a couple other markets that just look for direction. We'll continue to see if the dollar, the USD can continue to move higher, or if we will see a new move lower, pushed in by sellers if it has sort of moved a little bit higher. I think it will come down to the market if they believe that restrictive policy is here to stay a bit longer, or if they do believe that we have seen the end of rate rises, and if we will see potentially more holds, and maybe a turn in policy at some stage this year. So some of the things we are watching, we'll have further updates coming out today. We wish you, we all hope you had a fantastic New Year's, and we wish you all the best for this trading week. And until our next update, good trading, and bye for now.